Namaste. I am present here with fourth lesson on chapter integrals. Today, in this lesson, we will understand how to find integrals of some special functions, and we will use them direct in future for finding integrals of different type of functions. I am taking this first formula. These are standard form of integrand, and their integrals are given in front of them. We are familiar with this integral. We have already found the integration of square root of 1 minus x square. Then 1 minus x, 1 plus x square in denominator, 1 upon 1 plus x square is tangent inverse x. But these are different from the original integrals. Now I am explaining the first formula. If we understand how these formula came in existence or how they derived, we can solve many questions without using these standard forms, and it will be for a good for practice. So I am taking this. I have to find derivative of this. We can factorize this denominator here. I have written it here, and in next lesson we will take partial fractions. We will study it in detail, but I am telling here only this. Here we are having the factors x minus a and x plus a. If we factorize this, we will get this dx upon this. That both the terms are perfect square and it is minus between them. So square of first minus square of second is equal to the difference of the two numbers multiplied by sum of these two numbers. This is all about the factors of this x square minus a square. Now, if there are factors of this type x plus a or x minus a in single power, then for each type of this term we will write a upon this factor as sum. So here we are having two factors. So for both them we will use numerator a arbitrary number a and b, and then we will calculate the value of a and b, and it will be broken into two parts as addition or subtraction, addition or difference of two fractions, two expressions in the form of fractions. So I have taken here LCM. Both the two factors are different, so multiplication is the LCM here. Now I divided this LCM by x minus a, or we can obtain x minus a into x plus a if we multiply numerator and denominator by x plus a. So we will multiply a with x plus a. Now divide this LCM by x plus a, we will get x minus a, or we can understand it like this: a upon x minus a. We require this in denominator, x minus a into x plus a, without changing the value. If we want to introduce here x plus a, then we must multiply the numerator also by x plus a. That is why we are having here a into x plus a. So this is the reason. So here we will have to multiply x b by x minus a to compensate or to equate the denominators. If denominators are equal, then we can add fractions by adding the respective numerators or the new numerators after multiplication. So this can be further simplified. Ax plus AA plus bx minus ba divided by x minus a into x plus a. Again, x is common in both the two. We shall have a plus b plus a is common, a minus b on this. Now equate these two. This bring here. We are having here, I can write it as 1 upon x minus a into x plus a. Denominators are equal. Then numerator must be also equal. 1 equals on comparison. One equal to x into a plus b plus a into a minus b. Is there x present in the numerator? No, there is no term containing x. It means a plus b must be equal to 0. This coefficient of x must be 0 because we are not having any term containing x in numerator here. So it will be 0. So a plus b, then a plus b is equal to 0 is the first equation. Then a minus b equal to 1. A into a minus b. A into a minus b is equal to 1. So a minus b will be equal to 1 by a. This will be the second equation. If we solve these two equations, we will obtain value of a and b. Now add these two. On addition, 2a will be equal to 1 by a. 1 by a plus 0 is a, 1 by a, and b minus b is 0. So a is 1 upon 2a. Now what about b? From first equation, from here, we can say b is equal to minus a. So b will be minus 1 by 2a. So I can replace this with 1 upon 2a, the value of a here, 1 upon 2a into 1 upon x minus a, and minus 1 upon 2a, 1 upon x plus a dx. We can take 1 upon 2a outside because this is constant, and we will have 1 upon x minus a minus 1 upon x plus a into derivative of x. Now break it in two parts, two integrals. Minus 1 upon 2a, I am taking it throughout common, and integral of x plus a. Now we can integrate them because these are simple, and in the form of the function is in form of integrable form. Integral of this log of x minus a, absolute value of x minus a, plus say c1, and minus integral of this log of x plus a and minus c2 say, if we write bracket here. Now it will be 1 upon 2a log of x minus a minus log of x plus a plus constant of integration c says. In place of c1 minus c2 I am writing c. It will be 1 upon 2a. Log of m minus log of n is equal to log of m upon n. The division rule for logarithm. It will be logarithm of x minus a divided by x plus a and absolute value plus c. This is the first form. 1 upon 2a log of x minus a upon x plus a plus c. So this is the derivation of this formula. We first split it in two fractions. This 1 upon x minus a into x plus a. How we obtained this in place of 1 upon x minus a and x plus a? I have explained it with using the partial differentiation method. We will study it in detail in next lesson. There is a special exercise for partial fractions and integrals using partial fractions. Sorry. In the same way, we can derive this formula also. Here a square minus x square, the factors are a minus x and a plus x, and proceeding in the same manner. If we find the value of a and b, like here, we will have two parts here, and then we can integrate the given function, dividing it into two parts. Now understand the third formula. It is integrate 1 upon x square plus a square with respect to x. X is variable here. No factorization is possible here. We can't find factors of this. We will use substitution here. We have to keep it in mind that in denominator, if we substitute any value or any function for x, then we must have a single term in place of this. So we can substitute here in place of x tangent theta. If we put here tangent theta, then tangent square theta and a square will be common and it will be 1 plus tan square theta. Keeping it in mind, we will put here x equal to a tangent theta. Then derivative will be a sec square theta. Put here integral of dx equal to a sec square theta d theta in place of x, and here a tangent theta whole square plus a square. We have replaced x by a tangent theta, or we assumed x equal to a tan theta because tangent square theta plus 1 gives us sec square theta. Keeping it in mind, we have chosen this substitution. Now a is a sec square theta divided by a square tangent square theta plus a square d theta. Here a square is common. A square into tangent square theta plus 1. Now there are two factors of a in denominator and 1 in numerator. So we will have 1 by a. Here I am taking it outside the integrand. Now sec square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta is again sec square theta d theta. So what we are having? 1 upon a d theta. Integrate this with respect to theta, we shall get 1 upon a into theta plus c. Because theta raised to power 0, here it is 1 into d theta we can call, or integration of 1 is theta always. So it is theta upon a plus c. What is theta here? From this, theta equal to tangent inverse x by a. It is tangent inverse x by a. So put here 1 upon a is there, tangent inverse x by a plus c. This is the formula third. So what we have done? We have made a simple substitution. X as a tan theta, then theta will be tangent inverse x by a. How? Divide x by a, then we will have tangent theta equal to x by a, and theta will be tangent inverse x by a. And this is the formula we obtained. We use it as a formula. Here it is a. Now formula fifth, or the integral fifth. Here we are having a square minus x square with square root. We have to remove this square root, and it can be removed by taking x equal to a cos theta or a sin theta, because 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta, and 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta. So first method, or first way, I am taking x equal to let x equal to a sin theta, then dx will be a cos theta d theta. Dx by d theta will be a cos theta, so dx will be equal to a cos theta d theta. And what is theta here? We can find it x upon a equal to sin theta. So theta is equal to sin inverse x by a. We will use this later, or we can write direct sin inverse x by a. Put here, we will get, in place of dx, a cos theta d theta divided by square root of a square minus a square sin square theta. And next step, a square is common here. Sin square theta. On simplification, we shall get a cos theta d theta is as it is. We can't do nothing with this. And a square, when taken outside, it will be a. Square root of a is a. And 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta. Theta. A cancels A because A by A is 1 and 1 into anything is the same. So cos theta d theta divided by cos theta. The square root of cos square theta is cos theta. This is theta only. Integration of theta d theta. The integration of, 1 d theta. Integrate it, it will be theta plus c. And what is theta here? Put the value of theta again. It will be sine inverse x by a plus c. Now second way, let x equal to a cos theta. Then x by a will be cos of theta and theta will be cos inverse x by a. Now find derivative of this with respect to theta. We will have dx by d theta. Differentiating both sides with respect to theta. A and minus sine theta. So minus a sine theta will be there. And we can write it as direct dx equal to d theta. Now what is integral here? Integrand. It is 1 upon a square minus x square. Put this value here. In place of dx, we will write minus a sine of theta d theta. And in denominator, square root of a square, and on squaring, we will get a square cos square theta. On simplification, we will have at last minus a, it will be sine theta, and a is common here, so square root of a square is a cancels a, minus of d theta. What is theta here? Theta is cos inverse x by a. So integrate it, we will have theta plus constant of integration minus cos inverse x by a plus c. So these are the two integrals. We can use this integral as well as this integral, but generally we use this. We prefer this. Both of the two are integrals of this function. This integral 1 upon a square minus x square with square root of a square minus x square with respect to dx, but we use this. So this is all about the integral finding way for point fifth. I am taking one more integral to be found, that is fourth here. This is I am taking this. Here see the integrand, it is with square root and x square minus a square. Here sine and cosine will do nothing. If we put sine in place of this a sine, it will be sine square theta minus a square, and with minus sign it will be cos square theta, and we can't solve it further because square root of negative terms can't be found, and that is not suitable for us. So go for another selection. We know that sec square theta minus 1 is equal to tangent square theta. So will it do for us? Let us try. Let x equal to a sec theta. Then theta will be equal to sec inverse x by a. We may use it if required, and not required, then we will erase it. X equal to a sec theta. Differentiate it. I am writing direct here. Dx equal to the differentiation of sec theta. is sec theta tan theta d theta. Sorry, theta here, d theta. Now put the values here. We will have in place of dx a sec theta tangent theta and d theta divided by this x square. In place of x square I am writing a sec theta whole square minus a square. This is intentionally chosen because sec square theta minus 1 will lead or will give us tangent square theta, and we can eliminate this square root, or we can use cosec theta also, but easier will be taking sec theta. The procedure will be easier if we take sec theta. We have seen in the previous example, if we choose sin theta, then we have plus sign and sin inverse x by a, and if we choose cos theta, then sin inverse x by a. So it makes no difference, but ultimately, but the result will be easier using this substitution. Solve it further. A sec theta tangent theta d theta, and a square is common here, and square root of this whole. Now further solve it. Numerator is same here. We can't do anything. Now in denominator a square is taken common. Then a square into sec square theta minus 1. So this is tangent square theta, and square root of a square is a. So direct I'm writing it, not writing one step between. It is a sec theta tangent theta d theta divided by a tangent square theta with square root. Now take square root, we will get a sec theta tangent theta divided by a tangent theta, and d theta is obvious here, it is present here. Tangent theta cancels tangent theta. Tangent theta upon tangent theta is 1 and a by a is 1. So the final integrand will be sec theta d theta. Now how to find integral of sec theta? If we write it 1 upon cos theta, it will make no use. So we use a trick here. We multiply numerator and denominator both by sec theta plus tan theta. Why we did so? Because derivative of sec theta plus tan theta is sec theta tan theta. This is here, and first into this sec theta into tan theta, and then derivative of tangent theta is sec square theta. This is also here. So we will make an substitution again let equal to t. So sec square theta plus sec theta tan theta d theta equal to dt. Now put this substitution here, we will get integration of sec theta. This is sec square theta. We can write it sec theta taking common. Sec theta is outside, taken outside as common. So we will have another factor tangent theta. If we multiply these two expressions, we will get the same. So the result is same here. These are equal. Now put this here, we will get sec theta into sec theta plus tan theta into d theta. For this we will write dt divided by this is t. Now integrate it. It will be log t plus c. What is t here? T is this. This is t. Put the value of t here. Log of this is absolute value. I have forgotten it. Don't forget to use absolute value whenever logarithm appears as an integral. Tan theta plus c. What is sec theta here? This is sec theta, x by a. What is tan theta? We can find it using trigonometrical formula. I am explaining it. Tan sec theta is equal to x by a. Then sec square theta will be x square upon a square, and tangent square theta or tangent theta will be square root of sec square theta minus 1, because 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta, then tangent square theta will be equal to sec square theta minus 1 without square root, and if we take square root on both sides, we will get this relation. Put here, it is square root of x square upon a square minus 1. On simplification, we will get square root of x square minus a square divided by a square. And if we take a square outside, it will be 1 upon a into x square minus a square. So I am writing it here 1 upon a square root of x square minus a square. I am taking it outside and making the power half. 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 plus c. Now solve it further. Log of, take a as LCM, a is in denominator, x plus square root of x square minus a square divided plus c. We can write it in two parts. We can use the division formula. It will be log of x plus square root of x square minus a square minus log a, because it is in denominator, or plus c. We can write here the constant of integration c1, 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 and it can be written log a is constant, so we can use another constant log of x plus square root of x square minus a square plus c, and this is what which is given in the formula 4. So these are standard integrals. Without calculating them, we can use for integration of functions like this. Or if a function is given and we can change it in this form, we may apply the formula direct. Thank you very much. This is all about the special or particular functions, integrals. We will use them. You must remember them. Thank you.